All right, so I got another subject. Holy fuck, I'm ready as shit. I shouldn't have coughed that hard. But yeah, it's on first love. All right, so my first love with this girl, Belen Torres. It was years back, man, about 10 years back. I had just graduated from high school in from Mayfield High, and I had moved back down here. And at the time, I was living with my cousin because I moved in with my grandparents at first. So I moved in with a cousin, and I would babysit for him before I had a job. So I was for his wife and him, and I don't know. I was on a computer, and that's whenever MySpace was still popular, you know. So I had a bunch of friends, and I was scrolling through all my friends list, you know, had those pages that you scroll through. I was scrolling through, and I was looking for who was online so I can talk to. I was about page 4, and I was about to go to page 5. And I seen this girl. I don't know how it caught my eye, but that page, and it was green at the time. Whenever they showed you, it was they're online. Well, I just happened to see a green dot, and I was gonna go through looking for some other girl I wanted to talk to. But I was like, no, wait up. So I slid back, and I clicked on it, and it was Belen Porras, and I put, "Hey, how you doing?" And she said, "I'm doing all right. I'm just going through some things right now." And I was like, "Oh, do you want to talk about it? If you don't, it's okay." And she's like, "No, no, I needed someone to talk about it." And then she was all, me and my boyfriend going through problems. He's always talking to other girls on MySpace and this and that. And I'm sorry about that. I mean, guys can be a dick and all that. And she's like, "No, I really like him, and I don't know why he puts me through this, and I really don't talk to nobody at all. I talk to no guys, and he keeps putting me through this, accusing me of talking to this guy and this guy." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. I mean, I'm always at home and stuff." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And we started talking about, she was all, "I'm from Lovington, and I go to this high school," and she was about 15 at the time. I shouldn't have been talking to her because I was 18, but I guess it was all right. And I was like, "Well, I just graduated from Mayfield High." And she's like, "Where's that?" I was like, "That's in Las Cruces, New Mexico." She's like, "Oh, are you there now?" I was like, "No, I live in Roswell." She's like, "Oh my God, you're so close to me." I was like, "I know. That's pretty cool." And she's like, "Yeah, that's pretty sweet." And then she was all, so we started just talking, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And over time, we started talking more and more. I mean, we exchanged numbers, and well, actually, we didn't exchange numbers till later on. Whenever I moved back to my grandparents, me and her were just talking on Facebook, and not Facebook, but MySpace. So we'll always be talking every day, and like we used to get close. We used to talk about just personal stuff about our lives and what we've been through, and all this and that. And she would talk about her boyfriend and all that. And after a while, she stopped talking about her boyfriend and started talking with me. Like, she wanted to get to know me. We get to know each other like really, really well. And later on, when I moved back to my grandparents, I didn't have internet here at the time, and I didn't have a computer, so I had a phone, old ass phone, and I did the app. I had downloaded MySpace from my phone. So, you know, slowly but surely, we were talking and all that. We started, and that's whenever you had your top 8. Remember that top 8? Well, I started climbing her top 8 and all that, and her boyfriend started noticing. So he didn't really hit me up. He just wanted to know who I was. And me and her would always talk on the phone. I remember we talk every single day. I mean, we text all day, and then whenever we'd get home, we'd log on to MySpace and just like post stuff on each other's walls and all that, and on the like just comment on each other, and it was pretty sweet. And when I realized I started to love her was whenever we talk on the phone, actually talk on the phone for a few hours, and just we would, you know, we had that connection. And I remember other than that, we'd write each other like really, really sweet letters and all that. I remember I had a bunch of letters and stuff and all that from her, and a picture of her, and I still remember that picture to this day. It was her with remember, you know, like those J-Lo glasses from back in the day when they had that tint. Well, she had those in this like polka dotted shirt. It was different colors, and she looked super cute in it. And I remember all the time me and her would talk, and we would chat and all that. And she would leave cute voice messages on my phone when I wouldn't answer. Like I'd be asleep going to work, or I'd pass out on her, and or I wouldn't answer because I was asleep because I would take naps after work. She'd leave super cute ones. And I remember one time I was at a, I don't know why I'm gonna talk about this and ramble on about this, but I was hanging out with some friends and we were partying, and I had dropped my phone, and I guess it was near some water, and a few buddies of mine, they had let it dry, and they're all, hey dude, well, I wasn't going through your phone, but we listened to a voice message, and who's Belen? And I was like, that's my friend of mine. We're real close. She's like, dude, she sounds super hot because her voice is, I know, dude, she's pretty cute. I mean, we've been talking for a while, and yeah, it was pretty sweet. I just always remember talking to her. I remember her voice. We used to, I forgot nicknames. I was her little white boy. I remember that because she said I used to talk really white on the phone, and I'd carry myself as a white boy, and she was my little Mexicana because she's a Mexican girl. But yeah, that was pretty sweet. I just remember talking to her. That was my first love. I remember I went to see her one time, and it clicked right away. It was like we were meant to be, but she was still with her boyfriend at the time, and we kind of, I fucked up because fuck, it was almost a full year it was a full year, a little more than over a full year that we were just like interact, visit each other, talk on the phone, send each other letters, the whole 9 yards, how you're deeply in love with somebody and you just want to spend all your time with them. Anytime you can, you just talk to them. That's all it was, and it was really sweet. And I guess my friends were getting jealous because I found someone I can really love, and they were just searching around. So one night, I was out again partying with my friends like a dumbass, and I was texting her, but she was kind of being shady about it that day. She was being shady about something, and I was discussing with a friend of mine. Well, he's still kind of a friend, but I think he was just jealous. So he was like, "Oh, dude, she's fucking playing you," and I called her and I was cussing her out, and it's lost her, man. It's one thing you never do. You never get drunk and you cuss out someone that you really love, because then you might lose them. And this is what I did. I lost this one. And I think to this day we could have been really good friends still if I wouldn't have did that. And she had met some other dude, and I was like, we're kind of talking after that, but she was really hurt at me, and um, I would say it was a good year later after all that we were talking in between. She met some other guy, and she got pregnant by him, and I lost touch with her completely then, and I didn't really try to get a hold of her for like 6.5 years. I let it ride. I lived my life. I was doing my thing with working and moving around and all that. And I think it was a couple years ago I tried to get a hold of her again, but it didn't really go too well. So yeah, um, that's my first love. That's my first love story. It's not really true love. I don't know how you would call it, but it was just like a love. But you guys comment below. Tell me about you guys' first love and how it went and all this and that. If not, just give me something else to talk about. Again, I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about. I'm trying to make it interesting. Okay? So, peace. You guys have a nice day.